Hi, it's Hussein Mahmoud. Catch me on the next episode of Straight Facts, brought to you by BIA Media and Kurrensy Entertainment. Thanks for having me, and have fun in watching this episode.
Straight Facts, you know what it is. Your boy Zo Brigante, and we have Hussein Mahmoud, City Council elect. Let's get it. And we got Manny right here.
What's up? What do you do? How you doing, Hussein?
Pleasure to be here.
Nice to see you here.
The pressure's off. Now we get now we get to talk sports. So a lot
real
easier
stuff.
for me.
So we're both wearing like football jersey here.
Yes.
I just want to know, what's your team?
I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so you don't hear it very often, but I'm a
Vikings? How'd that happen?
Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss.
Back
in the days.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how I got into it. And the Raptors were a purple team, and the Vikings were a purple team, so it just went hand in hand.
There you go.
It kind of makes sense to me.
It's a tough fan base, because I'm a diehard Raptors fan and a diehard Minnesota fan. Both teams usually lose.
Okay.
So I'm holding that 2019 championship very close to my heart. I'm not letting that go.
So how do you think the Vikings going to do this year?
I think they'll be division champions. Everyone
Yep.
kind of doubted them coming into the season. I think we got a new coach in Kevin O'Connell, who's
Right.
offensive-minded coach, which we didn't have for many years. So we smoked Green Bay Packers offensively and
And
defensively.
we really don't have a good team at all.
I mean, everyone's saying that Green Bay is
Adam-
supposed to go. Everyone's saying Green Bay is supposed to go deep into the NFC playoffs.
Yeah,
so-
well, they have a lot of young receivers. It doesn't seem that. I don't see Rodgers being patient. I know he's saying the good talks right now. I'm going to be patient with the receivers, but I don't think at all. He doesn't look like a patient type of guy there.
We'll see. I mean, aside from Devontae Adams is one of the top receivers, but
Right.
Green Bay never has like big name receivers aside from that. They had Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, and whatnot, but they've really been a team by committee. And they never had a standout tight end, so they'll get it done. I mean, when you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, as much as I can't stand Green Bay, they'll get it together. But I really do think that the Vikings have that right approach on offense and on defense. If Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith can stay healthy, we should be
That's
good.
a great pickup too. He took him from Green Bay.
And he wanted to play Green Bay twice, so that's why he said that he wanted to sign with Minnesota.
But I think, NFC. I still think it's Tom Brady. Like what he did to those Cowboys, it was just disgusting. Like,
What did he do against those Cowboys? He didn't do anything.
What do you mean? They only let him score 3 points on a Sunday night football.
Yeah, but that's not Tom Brady.
But that's his team, though.
That's the
He hired
defense.
The man took 11 days off, right? He wasn't even doing training camp.
Okay.
He didn't even need to be there. He understood that the team understands the concept. But when the captain comes, they follow the ship.
I don't know. I think
like,
Tom Brady, his good days are.
Yeah, but I mean, Tom Brady's 45 years
45
old. But the
years old,
the
taking
confidence
hits.
that you have in a vet when you know that there's 2 minutes on the clock and you're down by 6 or down by 3, you know Tom Brady's going to come through. I'm not a Tom Brady diehard, but I respect greatness
So
when you're there.
you think the Buccaneers are going to go far this year?
In the,
I mean,
in the
yeah.
NFC, yes.
When your
Yes.
third wide receiver is Julio Jones.
My goodness.
And,
And then you see what Leonard Fournette's doing to grown men?
Yeah.
It's just running to them like disrespectfully. My God. Like, they got kids, man. I mean, we gotta pray for them, you know. But
So what's going on with the Cowboys? Huh? Let's talk about it. a little bit. I want to know
Isn't
what's
that
going
his
on.
favorite team?
Huh?
This guy's now a Saint fan. Almost.
Hey, if I was Stephen A. Smith right now, I would have a cigar and everything.
Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan at all. So
For sure.
I don't like people getting hurt.
Except for your good, like I said, your good friend Gallimore there.
Yeah, of
From
course.
Ottawa.
We support our local talents, but
For sure.
the thing with Dallas Cowboy fans is that they get eliminated, and then the next day they're excited to talk about next year. It's always the next year. It's always the next year.
26 years of irrelevance, man. I'm telling you, that's how long it's been. And
So it sucks that we don't have a Cowboys fan with us talking right now, because they would have talked about, don't worry, we're going to be good. But
I don't think so. I think they at this point they saw the press that they probably agree what we were saying.
yeah, I think Washington's ahead of them, and Philly's way ahead.
The Commanders, what a
Yeah,
funny
the-
name.
Oh, listen, as an owner, you can do what you want, or you can call it what you want, except for disrespectful names, you know. So it's part of the politics. But who do you like in the AFC if you're watching the games on
Well,
Sunday?
the AFC West is like the group of death, right?
That's true.
You got 4 teams that are highly skilled. You got Kansas City, who I think would be the top. You got the LA Chargers, who would probably be second.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're playing right now, but you got the Broncos. You got the Broncos with Russell Wilson, who all they've been missing. They've had a tough defense for years. They finally got that quarterback, and then you got the Raiders, right? So you got 4 solid teams in that division alone. You probably have 3 teams out of that division that'll probably make the playoffs.
And the Chiefs don't look like they're missing Tyreek Hill too much.
Yeah, I mean, when you got Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback,
yeah,
you could put me as wide receiver, and I'll probably get.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I mean, I'll probably do it. When you got Patrick Mahomes throwing to me, will be good.
Yeah.
I also think that Baltimore is gonna have a good season as well. I don't believe in the Bengals. I don't think they can repeat what they're doing. I think Baltimore will come out on that division.
Do you think that was a fluke?
I'm not gonna say it was a fluke. When you have a good quarterback in the NFL, you're gonna go far. But
And Jamal Chase as well.
yeah, for sure. But I think that the Ravens are gonna get over that speed bump. Lamar Jackson is looking to get the big payday.
So yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
So why are they not paying the guy?
We're not in the negotiation room.
Deshaun Watson got paid fully guaranteed. How much, man?
Well, he's doing
240
some
something?
tough times right now. I think he'd rather be Lamar than Deshaun Watson right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the media is going to push whatever story they want. So we don't know what's going behind closed doors. I'm assuming that Lamar Jackson is going to want a lot of guaranteed money.
Yes.
But Lamar Jackson is a generational talent, man.
Stud,
yeah.
You know, if he would have lined up as a running back, he would probably get 1,000 yards. If he lined up as a wide receiver, he'd probably get 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
He's such a unique person that people look at all the negative aspects, but when you watch him, he's a game changer. Right?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
I wish that my Dolphin had him instead of Tua. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine with
So
Tua.
you're very much saying next
Tua,
Sunday.
come on.
But we forgot the main team in the AFC is Buffalo Bills.
That's a fact.
Buffalo
On that
Bills.
one point, sir, you're saying basically next Sunday you're not going to take a bet against the Ravens?
So what? Sorry, what's the Raven? Is Raven against the Dolphins, right?
Next Sunday.
Where's the game at?
It doesn't matter, man.
It
You're
doesn't
really
matter.
a real Miami fan?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm not a gambling man, so I'm excused from this conversation.
Okay, go ahead. You said Buffalo Bills. You're not wrong.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills I think are the team to beat in the AFC. They got Josh Allen, who's probably trying to prove himself even more, even though he's a top quarterback. You got Stephon Diggs, who, as a Vikings fan, it hurts to see him leave, but we got Justin Jefferson in that trade, so it was a win-win for both. Gabriel Davis, I think, is having a big year, and then on defense, they just added Von Miller, who's going to help.
I guess so. The Vikings, they wanted to pay the Stephon Diggs. What was that all about?
Yeah, I think Stephon Diggs wanted to be the man. Vikings had more of a receiver committee. They really spread the ball between him and Thielen. It just didn't work out. But at the end of the day, they were able to trade, and we got Justin Jefferson. So. I mean, I'm happy. I'm good with it. And Buffalo's happy with Stephon Diggs, right?
Sure.
So tell me, who you think is going into the finals? Like, I know you're a Vikings fan and anything, but let's be honest.
Vikings. No. I'm a realistic fan.
Let's be real. Who do you think is going to the finals?
I think Buffalo is gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
That's a good pick.
And then I also.
So you think Buffalo can beat Kansas City finally?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Listen.
Okay.
When you lose a game,
I don't know for sure.
When you lose a game in the finals, it keeps you hungry. Usually when a team wins a championship, people end up leaving for the big paydays, right? Buffalo lost in the 90s 3 times, and I think, I can't remember the guy's name, Andre something, he was the wide receiver, and he said that fueled us to take less money to come back to try to win, even though they lost 3 times. It was a tough thing to pill to swallow, but teams that lose get that chip on their shoulder, especially football.
For sure.
Community like Buffalo, they have a huge fan base. They're supporting them everywhere.
Von Miller looks good too.
Yeah, they look good. So I think they can get ahead of the hump and make it to the Super Bowl. From the NFC, I wanted to say the Rams, but after watching them play, I don't know. But
they're missing what's his name, the OBJ.
I don't think it's OBJ.
Oh yeah.
Was he the MVP? Last time?
They have 3. They had 3 guys on. What's his name there?
Listen, when you got Cooper Kupp, OBJ is.
Yeah, but there's how many guys on Cooper Cups? 3 guys on him.
Okay.
So you're telling me OBJ doesn't make a difference?
One thing you got to remember
Come on,
too.
guys.
If you look at any
have you seen the
first
finals? Have you seen the finals? OBJ would have been the MVP if he didn't get hurt.
I just know
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, dude? Say am I wrong? Am I wrong?
But they won. MVP doesn't matter. It's the championship at the end of the day. But if you look at the Rams, and if you look at other sports, usually on ring ceremony nights or the first game, you kind of have that hangover. You know, I remember watching Miami Heat one year when they won the championship, and then the next game they got smoked into them. So you can't take that game serious. So I still think the Rams can do damage. They're a special offense. Their coach is innovative.
For sure.
But the Bucks are there too. So I think, I don't know. I'm not gonna make a choice yet. Call me back in a week, and then I'll let you guys know.
What about you, Manny? Who are you gonna take? The Dolphins?
For what?
To win the Super Bowl. I thought you were so happy that you said Tyreek Hill, man.
The Bills for sure.
Okay. So you don't believe that Miami can beat them? You're not.
No, they can beat. Unfortunately, not with Tua. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I gotta be realistic.
You won against the Patriots.
Dolphins, my team.
This, man?
We got a great defense.
Okay.
Our defense is looking nice.
Okay, so believe in the defense.
And what's it called? But these days, the last 5 championships, you ain't gonna win with defense. Back in the days, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
But now, if you don't have a great quarterback, you ain't winning that chip. That's what the quarterbacks are getting paid these days. You know what I mean? So.
But you just said the last couple of chances they win the defense. Was it Aaron Donald?
The last time we had a great defense and like mediocre quarterback, I would say was against the Baltimore Ravens team. You know what I mean?
Joe Flacco?
No, Matt Dilfer was probably.
Yeah, Matt Dilfer was
that's
the last.
awesome. That's
That was immediately. And that was the last time I remember. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
At the end of the day, the game of football has changed.
That's the thing, right?
It's an offensive-driven game. You know, the ground and pound is gone. It's all about being creative, people running in motion, quick passes. You know, you look at the Rams. Everyone thinks when you think of a crazy offense, you think the deep throws, but that's not it. It's those quick passes that really pick you apart. It's a chess game, and then defense. The longer you can keep the defense on the field, the more tired they're going to get. So
what? Let's have a little talk about basketball. Right? So I know you're a big basketball fan, right? I know your brother as well. He was a great basketball player. It was amazing to watch. You know what I mean? I just want to know who's your team? The Raptors, you were saying?
I'm a Raptors fan.
Raptors. So how the Raptors are looking in the East this year?
The East is
tough.
It's tough, man.
It's
if you
tough.
look at Cleveland, they just got better.
Right.
If you look at Brooklyn, no matter what you want to say, Brooklyn.
Is Cleveland better than the Raptors right now? You think?
Right now, I don't think they're better than the Raptors. No.
You don't think Cleveland's better than the Raptors right now?
No, I think they're going to take time to gel. You're getting a guy.
Alonso, what's that face for?
No,
you made a little face. You made a little face.
You're bringing a guy in Donovan Mitchell who's a ball dominant player,
right,
to a team where Darius Garland just became an all-star,
right,
has a bit more confidence. So that's going to take a bit of time to mesh, especially as a guard. If you played basketball and you're a guard,
okay,
you know what I mean. That's a tough part. So I think they're going to take a bit of time to get used to it.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
But I was just saying, you used to play with Mike Conley. No disrespect to Mike Conley, now you get to play with Darius Garland. Very younger. So it's like, you know, Donovan Mitchell, when he was the man, it was a struggle. He dropped 53 in a bubble and he lost, right? Like it's tough. Like he really had to do a lot. Like Rudy Gobert was supposed to be the number 2, but
and I think
that's what I'm saying. Now he gets to go to a team where he actually has options now. Like,
but I'm biased. I'm gonna stay true to the Raptors.
Fred VanVleet is your guy. I ain't gonna lie. He's a nice underground rapper that just did his thing, man. Like God bless, man.
But we got Scotty Barnes. We got a really long team, man. If you look at the starting lineup, you got Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, you got Anunoby. These are all long guys. Then they add Thaddeus Young last year. It was another long, versatile player. We got Otto Porter, who just signed. We also got Josh Jackson, who was supposed to be, a bit of a bust.
That's if he makes the team.
But no. I think at the end of the day, the Raptors have an identity that they want to be a versatile team. They don't want to be stuck in, this guy's a point guard, this guy's whatever. They just want to put out guys that are 6'9" to 6'11", that are long, that can play everywhere.
They still need that one player there. Like that's
and the NBA, everyone in the NBA needs that player, right? You add a superstar if you add a superstar to the Raptors, they can win. If you add a superstar to Phoenix Suns, even though they have a super, but if you add one guy, right? That's why Kawhi Leonard was so impactful on the Raptors, because you get that guy.
So I would say, what do you think about Brooklyn this year? Do you think they're actually gonna connect together and actually trying to be a team to take them to the promised land?
I think so. I think Brooklyn is going to have a better showing. Hopefully Kyrie Irving is going to be able to play a full season. That's tough when you're on for certain games and off certain games.
For sure.
I think Kevin Durant has a lot to prove. His reputation has taken a big hit. As a big hit. So as a superstar, and at the end of the day, these guys all have egos. So I think for his ego, he wants to prove that he can be a leader. He can get the ring by himself and not have to depend on other superstars. So I think they're going to be good. You got Philly. Philly is a dangerous team too. You got another year with Embiid and Harden playing together.
They picked up what's the name? Forgot.
PJ Tucker?
Huh?
They got PJ Tucker.
No, the other guy there. He used to play for.
Yeah, they got Montrezl
Harrell.
Harrell, so their bench is getting stronger.
Yeah.
But Embiid is just a beast, man. If you look at Embiid, I think if James Harden asserts himself a little bit more, they're going to get more. If you looked at the playoffs, James Harden kind of took a back seat, was trying to figure things out to keep Embiid happy. Basketball is all about chemistry, man. It's like life. You know, the more we talk, the more that we talk, we can figure out when you can talk, when I can talk. It's just like basketball, right? You got to keep certain hands feeling good.
Yeah.
And if you can surround them with shooters, Tyrese Maxey is another guy that's stepped up in the playoffs, a very explosive player that can give them buckets when they need. So I think Philly's a dangerous team. Miami's a good team too.
We'll have this question for
sorry to cut you off, Alonso.
Who's the best player in the East?
The best player in the East.
Actively right now.
Actively right now.
Best player? No, it's Kevin Durant. Come on.
I don't know, man.
Giannis?
Giannis? Yeah.
At this point in his career, at 34 years old, and the guy's 27.
34 is still young, man.
I think the player with the most potential, and it's crazy to say this, I think Embiid can easily be the best player. I think if he just asserts himself a little bit more, obviously he's had a lot of injuries. But if you look right now, especially if you're watching Eurobasket and you're looking at the highlights that Giannis is having right now and putting the team on his back and scoring the amount of scoring and the way that he's doing it, it's fun to watch him because he looks like he's having fun.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He has a lot of passion and I enjoy when a guy...
We'll see this year. We'll see.
You know what I mean? I find like Giannis is a drama-free player. You know what I mean? He's a drama-free player.
But also his team, he had a better team as well last year.
So that's what I'm trying to say. If he comes back healthy with the team that he has.
I mean, Kevin Durant, you're playing with one of the best point guards in the game.
Who? For sure, Kyrie
Irving.
Yeah.
What about Ben Simmons?
But even before that, like at the end of the day.
One question though, y'all forgot about Ben Simmons. That's the guy you gotta mention.
Yeah.
He's part of the team. Is he not?
No. I think.
How are you not gonna win without Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons. If you put Ben Simmons as a third option, he's the best third option in the NBA. He's a 6'11" guard who can cover 1 through 5.
Yeah.
He might not be able to shoot, but he can do everything else.
For sure.
And obviously he went through some stuff, so hopefully that's been able to take care of. No, I mean at the end of the day, man, he's a first overall pick.
Yeah. And he knows Philly.
Right, so like if you look at Siakam, for example.
Siakam's nice, man.
If you look at Siakam as a go-to guy, okay, he's a great player. Is he a superstar? No. But if you put Siakam as a second option,
100%.
he's going to thrive.
So what has this thing?
So that's what it is.
So we'll have this thing here in Straight Facts that usually when we
Michael Jordan's the best player.
who would be your top 5?
Top 5 of all time?
Yes.
All time.
So starting by 5 to Ottawa to 1.
Okay, no, I can't. I'm gonna do positions.
Yeah, let him do what he has to
I'm gonna do positions.
Tell the people.
I'm gonna put. This is tough, man, because
you don't have a top 5. Come on, I know it makes it.
You know what's funny, man?
I know you don't want to do this, but
I'm
putting you in a position where
I'm a guy that I'm actually just a Raptors fan. I enjoy basketball, but I'm not a guy that follows a player that goes from this team to that team. I thoroughly man. I've been through tough times, man. I've been in the basketball days of Rafael Arujo, Joey Graham, Charlie Villanueva. I remember watching all the games. I remember getting so excited when we signed Tony Parker.
Yeah.
I remember watching Jose Calderon's tapes in Spain. So Anthony Parker.
I was like, Tony Parker.
Anthony Parker. But if we go top 5. I'm a bit biased on this decision, but I have to throw Shaq in my top 5. Okay. I don't care what anyone says.
Are we going to position now, or just about?
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw Shaq as my center.
Yeah,
Shaq. I think that the way that he changed the game, and Shaq, just the joy and the charisma that he had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember being a kid playing basketball. There was that KFC ball that had Shaq's hand on it. Everyone knows what I'm talking about here. Shaq just brought up excitement to the game. If I'm going power forward, this is just my preferred 5. For sure. I'm gonna take Kevin Garnett.
Okay, KG big ticket.
Kevin Garnett. Even though as much as I hated him on Boston,
over with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him because he's a guy that you want on your team. You might hate him, but when he's on your team, you're gonna love him. If I'm gonna pick a 3-man, you guys got me on this. I'm gonna jump to the 2. I'm gonna put Michael Jordan at the 2.
Okay.
As my point guard, I'm not gonna say Magic Johnson. I don't want Magic Johnson.
You don't like Magic? What's all?
Not that I don't like him. I just feel like there's there's better options than him for me personally.
Okay.
But if I go with 3,
That's interesting.
Throw me some names.
Who's better than Magic and point guard?
He's a light skin in Golden State, man.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Yeah, man.
Better than Magic Johnson?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Steph Curry at the 1.
Damn, guys.
And you know what? It's hard because I'm leaving out Allen Iverson too. Because Allen Iverson is a solid player, but I think Steph Curry just changed the game.
Yeah, listen.
If you look at his
They
scouting
guard him
reports,
from
before,
94 feet. Do you understand that? Like, as soon as you inbound, they're already guarding him. That's disrespectful. Like,
Right.
Let the man breathe, man. Like, what? He hasn't played out for 48 minutes, and he's still
Is
averages 30.
Steph Curry
Come
is
on,
Steph
man.
Curry
That's-
better?
that-
Is
that's
Steph Curry
dangerous.
is Steph Curry better a rebounder than Magic Johnson?
Yeah, but Magic Johnson.
Why you
No,
talking
I'm
about
just
when he
telling you,
goes
I'm
in?
telling you.
This guy worried about the shot now.
I'm just saying.
Steph Curry makes
I'm
the
just
shot.
saying. I'm
You
saying.
think
Steph. The only thing Steph Curry does better than Magic is shooting the ball.
And what's the
No,
point of
am
the
I-
game?
am
When
I-
you win, the
am I-
score
am I
is
wrong?
higher than the
But am
floor.
I
That's
wrong,
the end of the
though?
game.
Am
That's
I-
all they
am I
care
wrong?
about.
If
They
you're
don't
looking
care
at,
about defense.
if you're
What was
looking
the score?
at
Did you win?
ball skills, if you're looking at a guy that
Is Steph Curry better defender than Magic Johnson?
What's the point of the game? Is
Well,
it to
answer
score
the
the most
question.
points,
Yeah,
or
but
is it to be
am
the
I
best
a better
defender?
shooter than Shaquille O'Neal? Yes, but it doesn't matter. I think as the
About
impact
defense, man.
that Steph Curry has on the game,
This makes no sense.
it's more. Anyways, but at the end of the day, I was too young
Hold
to
on,
know
sorry.
Magic Johnson.
I'm on. Game on the line. Magic Johnson or Steph Curry? That's that.
What,
do you
what,
wanna-
what do you mean by
But you
game on
just
the line?
tell me
Exactly.
like game on the line. We saw
If
Magic
we
with the
have-
hook shot. You're gonna tell me Steph Curry?
So-
Who are you gonna choose?
No, but-
Game 7. Game on the line.
But-
Magic used the ball or Steph?
You're gonna let me answer the question?
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me.
So Magic Johnson makes better decision in the court. So if I had game on the line, right, I know for a fact that Magic Johnson would make the right play to make his team win.
So this
And
is
hold on,
without
hold on,
Kareem.
hold on,
This
hold on.
is by himself. Okay, Kareem's on the bench.
Is
Like the
Steph
first year.
Curry?
Go ahead.
Does Steph Curry does that? I don't think so.
Doesn't he game winners?
I think Steph Curry still, he makes clutch shot, yeah, but
Listen, there's Steph Curry
his
right
days
now.
where he doesn't perform
Okay,
as
that's
high
fine.
should be.
But if you see Steph Curry right now dribbling the ball, going behind his back and shooting it 2 steps from
What
half
did
court,
he do to
in your
OKC,
mind you're gonna be like, he's
man?
gonna hit that.
33.
Yeah, you have that
Remember that
confidence.
shot against OKC?
That's why I make him drive.
He made Kevin Durant decide to go
Easier
with him
said
that
than
night.
done.
Come on, man.
And then at the 3, who can I take at the 3?
Yeah.
I know my man behind the camera wants Kobe Bryant, but
Who that is?
LeBron James.
Yeah, that's a good.
LeBron.
That's a
Nah,
good.
Kobe,
You can't
bro.
get wrong with that.
You know,
He's
you know,
gonna be
it's
top
tough.
five no
Kobe,
matter
my
what.
dog.
He's
It's
about
tough.
to have
It's
the
tough.
most points this
I'm
year.
gonna
right?
take. I'll take LeBron James on that team for sure. I'm gonna take LeBron James. I kind of have to go with him because of what he did,
Yeah.
his durability. He's a man that doesn't get injured. He's been playing since he was 18 years old. He was that one guy that had all the expectations and he came through. Say what you want about him not being clutch, but when you if MJ's beside him, sure he can pass to MJ and MJ will be the clutch player. But 6 man, yeah, I'll go Kobe Bryant for sure. But I'm from that era of where I watch basketball. We've been blessed to have guys like KG, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Chris Paul. We were blessed to be watching basketball in an era where it changed the game and it still had that roughness to it. I think another player that doesn't get respect, Rasheed Wallace is another guy that doesn't get respect.
Okay,
sorry,
sorry,
but
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Who's gonna coach that team?
Who's gonna coach
Yeah,
that
because
team?
you just gave your starting 5. Who will be the coach? Who's gonna make that? Who's gonna bring
Don't
you
tell
to
me
that
Steve Kerr
championship?
now.
No.
Who's gonna be that coach? That legendary coach that's gonna get these players in line.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
And I
Alright.
think when you have egos like that and superstars, you need a coach that understands players, that knows how to get the best. Like I talked about, off camera, like you got to know what motivates these people and use that. And Phil Jackson used different unorthodox approaches, and it worked.
Master.
Worked with Michael Jordan,
Same.
worked with Shaq and Kobe. So I think that's the guy who I would take.
That's what's
All right, listen, Hussein, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate
It was
it.
an honor.
Pleasure.
And I wish you all the
Enjoy your
best
sports,
with
my
your
friend.
election there.
Yeah, no, I felt very at home talking sports. Sports is my passion, man, so I appreciate it.
And also,
Also,
remember this.
what was
Straight
saying,
facts.
guys?
You already know.
Straight facts.